Welcome to another episode of Storytime with Kaden. Today we are going to be reading What If You Had T-Rex Teeth and Other Dinosaur Parts, Part 2 by Sandra Markle, illustrated by Howard McWilliam, with permission from Scholastic Inc. What if you had T-Rex teeth and other dinosaur parts? Tyrannosaurus Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex was a meat-eating dinosaur with a mouthful of around 67-inch long teeth. Its teeth were thick and slightly curved, plus each tooth had sharp, jagged edges like a steak knife. When a T-Rex closed its jaws, its upper and lower teeth locked like fingers lacing together. Scientists also believe this dino's jaw muscles slammed if its mouth shut with bone-bustling force. That's probably why scientists found bones from other dinosaurs with T-Rex bite marks. Velociraptor. Velociraptor's sickle-tipped toes, the second toe on each hind foot, were just what this meat-eating dinosaur needed to grab dinner. Velociraptor was rather small, probably only 6 to 7 feet long from its nose to the tip of its tail. Its skeleton shows it ran like a bird on short hind legs with big feet holding its sharp toes on the ground. Scientists think this dino sneaked close to its prey, leaped, and then put those sickle-tipped toes to work. Then dinner was served. Stegosaurus. A Stegosaurus was a giant plant eater with a built-in defense, a spiked tail. Each side of its tail tip had a pair of nearly 2 foot long spikes. Because the Stegosaurus's tail was made up around 45 to 49 different tail bones. Scientists think it could easily swing its tail side to side and maybe even up and down. Wham! Its spiked tail slap sure to back off an enemy. Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus had an amazingly long crest on top of its head. Some crests were as long as 5 feet. X-rays and CT scans of fossil skulls have shown scientists this crest was full of the dinosaur's breathing tubes. These tubes stretched to the end of the crest and back. Again, going down its throat, scientists tried blowing air through model crest to figure out how this dino might have sounded like. They learned that the length of the crest affected the sound it made, giving each Parasaurolophus its own voice. Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus was a tank of a dinosaur with a full coat of body armor. That armor was made up of rows of bone plates within its skin. Scientists have discovered many similar kinds of dinosaurs, which they have grouped together as ankylosauruses. Some of these dinos had flat bone plates for their armor, others plates with spines or spikes. At least one kind of ankylosaurus even had an armored eyelid. But all of them topped off their protective armor with a bony helmet-like skull. Brachiosaurus. Brachiosaurus was a plant-eater with a long neck, perfect for munching treetops. Its neck was nearly 30 feet long, which let it reach as high as a 3-story building. This dino's 13 huge neck bones were full of holes so that its long neck was light enough to lift since its teeth weren't very good for chewing. It had guts to do all the digesting. Once it swallowed, what a long swallow it had. Therizinosaurus had front limbs that were tipped with nearly 2-foot-long claws. At first, scientists thought those long claws meant the dinosaur was a hunter, but after studying fossils, scientists learned Therizinosaurus' claws were thin, probably not good for catching fly. Plus, this dino had a plant-eater's beak and only teeny tiny teeth. Now scientists believe Therizinosaurus was a plant-eater that used its giant claws to bring leafy branches close enough to grab a mouthful. Edmontosaurus's shovel-shaped jaws made its mouth perfect for scooping up shrubby plants. As its jaw muscles pulled its mouth closed, the hard beak at the front snipped off each bite. Next, muscles moved this dinosaur's big jaws to crush its food between bunches of small teeth, almost 70 total, packed so close together that they acted like a giant maulers. Scientists believe this dino wasn't picky. It ate whatever it could scoop up: leaves, berries, seeds, and even little shellfish. Triceratops' giant skull was armed with 3 horns. An adult nose horn was about a foot long, but the 2 brow horns, one above each, were shielded by a helmet-like frill. Scientists think being armored let this dino put a good fight if a meat-eater attacked, but scratches found on Triceratops' horns may also mean this dinosaur clashed horns in battles for mates. Dilophosaurus. Dilophosaurus was an 8-foot-tall dino with long hind legs. Scientists studied its skeleton have found lots of places where big muscles attach to its hind legs. This is proof this dino was fast. Its footprints also show that Dilophosaurus stepped on just 3 toes and a foot pad, so it was probably light enough on its feet to make quick turns and big leaps since it had sharp meat-eater teeth. Dilophosaurus probably chased them fast food. Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus had a giant sail on its back. This was made up of skin coated with keratin, the same tough stuff human fingernails are made of, and held up by a 6-foot-long spines. This dino's skeleton showed its backbones were locked together. Scientists believe that kept its sail upright and always fully spread open. All the better to show off. The giant sail was sure to catch a future mate eyes, and it might made Spinosaurus look too big for other dinosaurs to attack. What if you woke up one morning with a dinosaur's body part instead of your own? If you suddenly had a velociraptor sharp toes, you would be able to shred anything that came your way. If you sprouted a Brachiosaurus's long neck, you could see over any crowd. And if you discovered you had a Parasaurolops head crest, you'd be the loudest kid at your school. Being part dinosaur would be pretty cool. So if you could have any dinosaur body part, what would you choose? Thank you for listening to today's episode. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button.